is the end of my accordion practice today and time to make a video. It is the first video I'm going to make of 2025. I have high expectations of 2025. Not, I probably shouldn't have high expectations. It's a new year. We should all have high expectations. We should all dwell in the land of hope. This is a year of Jubilee according to the Catholic Church, according to the Vatican. They have declared it a year of Jubilee, and the theme is hope, or I don't remember the exact theme. Don't quote me on that. You'll have to check the Vatican website. It is a year of hope, though, and I am embracing that. I'm embracing the idea of hope and happiness, and no, because happiness is not something you can maintain. It's an emotion. It's a fleeting emotion. But if you try to maintain it all the time, I think that you would end up really exhausted and you would not like the results. Honestly, you would probably just fall over. I saw this video, just one of these funny viral videos where this guy was running cross country probably, and he just drops, like his legs just give out. Maybe he's low on electrolytes. Maybe he just didn't train hard enough. I don't know. But he drops and he cannot get back up, and he tries and he fails and he tries and he fails, and then he rolls all the way over the finish line. I feel like if I tried to maintain happiness all the time, that's what I do. I just drop and I wouldn't be able to get up, and then I just roll over the finish line, and the finish line would of course be the end of 2025, but I'm getting so far ahead of myself. At the end of 2024, I did make a couple of videos because it hasn't been a while since I posted, but I didn't have a lot of time. And so I made videos while driving back from my parents' house because it was the only time and space that I felt like my brain was functioning, and there was no activity going on around me. But the videos, of course, they were hands-free. Obviously, I would not, I would not make videos and be holding onto my phone or anything like that. Anything stupid like that, one could hit a deer or elk on the way back from my parents' house to Roswell, because that's the biggest threat on the way. Anyway, so I made those videos, but I never posted them because there's all this bad background noise and I don't have time to deal with it. I don't have time to edit. Even if I had good editing software, I don't have time. Goals for 2025. Well, I mean, I play my accordion practically every day. I didn't at the end of 2024. The last couple weeks, I just didn't. I couldn't. I got a head cold, and before that, of course, it was Christmas and family and busyness. But here's my accordion. Beautiful, right? It's my only accordion. I'd like to get a new one in. That is one of my goals. Maybe not for 2025. I don't want to put too much on one year, but I would like to get an accordion with the bass buttons. You can see that, they're dummy buttons on these Gabanellis. Unless you specifically request them to put the bass blocks in, they won't do it, and so you get dummy buttons. But before, when I had my Hohner Panther, I was learning to play the bass buttons, and it was fun. I enjoyed it, and I would like to do that again. I would like to pick up that skill again and learn to play the bass buttons. So I might get, maybe not a Hohner Panther, but maybe a Hohner Corona of some kind, so that I can, the Corona is just an upgrade from the Panther. And the reason why I didn't upgrade with that after my Hohner Panther was destroyed in the car accident was because they have plastic buttons. These are plastic, and they have this horrible clattering sound that I don't like, and I wanted to get rid of that clattering sound. I don't think that I am a professional accordion player. I'm not really good enough to have a Gabanelli, but I liked the sound. I listened to hours and hours of videos in order to determine what I was going to buy. And also, I'm really taken by bling. I like the bling on the accordion. The Gabanellis are beautiful. If I had to buy another really beautiful accordion that sounds amazing, it would probably be a Cantabella, the Rustica. It has a beautiful sound. It's a wooden accordion, and it's just amazing. I would like, that's a goal for someday, not for 2025. Again, not to I don't want to put too much on one year, but I do have high hopes for this year because, like I said, it's a Jubilee year, and that means that it's a year of mercy, it's a year of forgiveness, it's a year of hope, and I think fresh starts. So, and always a new year is a fresh start in life. I plan to, for these videos, resume my interviews. Now, that is obviously contingent on other people. This is why I stopped interviewing people, because I could not get people to agree on times and places, and even to agree to do them. A lot of people just don't want to be on video. And I don't have much of an audience, but there could be that golden moment where I have a bigger audience and they don't want people to look at them on camera. They don't want to speak on camera. I mean, come on, I'm on camera. If I can be on camera, I'm like the most awkward person in the world, and I hate it when people look at me, but here I am on camera talking. Because why? Because I like listening to YouTube videos, and so I figure that I might as well use the social media that I enjoy in order to, I don't know, make friends, find an audience. That's why writers write. They don't write for themselves. Well, I guess some people do. Some writers write for themselves. I write because I want people to read it, and if it resonates with them, then I am very happy. I'm not sure these YouTube videos are really working for me, but again, it doesn't matter. It's all good. It's all fun. It's not meant to be a hardship. It's not meant to be something that, if it were too onerous, I wouldn't do them at all. And so I don't. Like, I've got little tiny hands. They're on my music stand. Someday I'm going to play the accordion with. Oh, I'd have to put down my, let's see if I could. Okay, so I have to work on how to use tiny hands to play the accordion, but I'm going to do that someday. And then you'll be amazed at my skill level. I can't play the accordion on a normal day, but I can play them with tiny hands, because tiny hands are magic. They're jazz hands. They're magic hands. I don't know where this is going. Okay, so let's see. Let's check off my list. I was playing my accordion, and then I decided to make videos, and then I'm talking about the new year. I had a head cold. Things are a little foggy. It's a new start. There's a year of hope. Let's see what else. Oh, I'm going to resume videos. And I was going to say, I have an interview scheduled. And okay, I can't guarantee that's going to happen. Things happen. People's schedules get, crazy, and people get sick. But I have one scheduled with a dear friend of mine named Philomena. And she is an expert on a lot of subjects, but she's been teaching catechism for, 50 plus years, shall we say, because I think she started when she was a teenager teaching catechism, or at least helping to teach catechism. And she has been involved in that for a very long time. But one subject that she's especially expert in is Marian apparitions, and that is going to be the subject of the video, and I can't wait. I'm very excited. That will, if all goes well, the interview should happen on Monday the 27th and will probably be posted on Tuesday the 28th of January. That is the schedule that I have, and that I'm hoping because 2025 is a year of hope, and so we need to hope that everything will work out. She's wonderful. I love listening to her. So she teaches catechism. She still teaches catechism to this day, and she also helps to teach the kids at the youth group. And I help out the youth group as well, but I often just want to be one of the students sitting at her feet listening to her because the way she teaches is mesmerizing. That's why I want to have her on my video, because she is mesmerizing to listen to, and you will understand when you listen to her for yourself. That is my best advertisement for my video coming up at the end of January, is that I have a wonderful, mesmerizing, dear friend that I aspire to be like. She is my goal. I want to be like her as I grow older, because she is a little older than I am. Anyway, yes, she's my goal, and she also has a beautiful singing voice as well, and she's struggled a lot, but that's her story, not mine. So I'm not going to talk about that, her struggles that she's had in life. Anyway, we're going to discuss Marian apparitions, and if she wants to talk about her struggles, that's fine too, but that's not going to be the subject of the video. And then after that, I don't know, whomever God sends my way to interview, I will interview that person. I managed 4 interviews of Roswell people last year. Well, 5 if you count my son, because he technically lives in Roswell as well. Although I interviewed him in Albuquerque when he was at his cross-country meet. No, I'm sorry. It was not cross-country. It was track meet, because it was last spring. Yes, his track meet, which was technically for a Roswell school. And so it counts, right? Yeah, so 5. And then a few other Albuquerque people interview. Yeah. We're going to get back into those Roswell interviews, because Roswell's a wild and crazy place, as you will find out if you read my books. Delivering Hope being the first in my comedy, murder mystery, ghost story, Roswell-based novels. It's a series with a delivery driver detective. That's why it's called Delivering Hope. And the next book is Delivering the Goods and the Bads. Yes, it was supposed to be done before the end of 2024. It was not done. I have no excuse except that it was impossible for me to finish due to all the other things happening in my life. I can maybe eke out an hour an evening in writing and editing, and sometimes I will go on a Saturday to Starbucks or the library to get work done, in a bulk, several hours at a time. But that means taking away from other things I could be doing on Saturdays, like, cleaning my house. It's tough. It's tough being working full-time and being a writer on the sides, on the edges, especially when I have a lot of hobbies and care a lot about doing this every day too. In fact, I do this when I get home from work instead of writing. Yeah, that's correct. That's correct, ladies and gentlemen. What I do is I play my accordion when I get home from work, and then I put off the writing till the end of the night. So you can see why it was not done in 2024. And I already am a professional author because I do sell books. So that means I'm professional, and I have no goals at all of being a professional musician. None whatsoever. But maybe that's why I do it, because there's no pressure and it's fun. It's just for fun. Anyway. Yes. What else? Oh, yeah. Every single year, I take a New Year's song. So the New Year's song is a song that happens to be playing when midnight rolls over, and that is my New Year's song. When we used to go to see The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings, we'd go to Albuquerque a lot of times on New Year's Eve, and we'd go watch the film, and then we'd do whatever, eat, and then come back. And so midnight was often rolling over when we're driving back home, like right when we're getting back home. And so we had the radio, which is a little bit more random. Like, it's not based off of my algorithms on YouTube or Spotify. And it felt more random. I know radio stations aren't exactly random, but it would be whatever song was playing, would be the New Year's song. And so I had songs like, actually, this is kind of interesting. One was Eye of the Tiger. And another one, actually, we were watching a movie, and I can't remember what it was called now, but as the as midnight rolled over, the movie was playing its final credits, and it was the final countdown, which I thought was really hilarious. So that started playing right when it was like 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. And anyway, that's a great song. The final countdown, it's like a weird Euro metal science fiction, and it just seemed very perfect for the year at that time. That's the story with that one. And what else? I've had A Rinconcito en el Cielo. That was playing, I don't know, a couple years back when I was just listening to one of these streaming radio stations on my phone, and that came on. That was my song. And then last year it was Los Dos Cardenales song, but I don't remember the title of it right now. It was extremely romantic and sappy, as a lot of annoying Norteño songs are annoyingly romantic and sappy and like whatever. I really was not into that last year, so I was like, whatever. But it's actually a nice song. It's on my top 100 played songs list on Spotify, so I guess I liked it enough to keep playing it. It's a nice song. I wish I could think of the name of it right, but I can't right now. Sorry. So this time I really just wasn't, I wasn't listening to the radio. I wasn't really doing anything. So I just went over clicked on YouTube, clicked on music, and then I just refreshed it at midnight. And whatever came up was going to be my New Year's song. So this year it was a song based off of Psalm 91, and which is, unsurprising because I listen to all of the choir songs. I will listen to them the night before Mass, and I will go over them just to make sure I know them all. And so I listen to churchy songs I have never heard that song, and I don't really, the song is just, it's whatever. It's not that great. Like, the performance is just okay. But Psalm 91 is really great, and you should read it if you haven't read it. I think it's good. It's definitely about a song of protection, really. If we call on God and call on Him as our refuge, He will be our refuge, because if we love Him, He will care for us, and He loves us. And that really hit me pretty hard to see that come up for my New Year's song. So in the 2025, no matter what happens, no matter whether I lose hope or bad things happen, calamities all around, and it does look like in the world there are a lot of calamities right now, but that song is a promise, or yes, it's a promise that God will protect those who call on Him from pestilence, plagues, and also violence. So it talks about all of that. And so I am happy to have that as my New Year's song. I'll take it. I'll take it. It's meant to be fun. I don't put much stock into it, like this is a song that God is giving me. It's meant to be, it's just a fun thing to have a song set the theme for the new year. I'm just really glad that it hasn't been a really dour, horrible song yet. Like Eye of the Tiger, that was great. I needed that year. That was a year I just really needed to be focused, laser focused, and I had an editing business, and I was writing a book, and I'm always writing a book, but I don't know. I really needed that focus at that time, and so I love that song, The Eye of the Tiger, got that. And of course the Rocky films are the best, especially the first one, the best. They're just great stories. Anyway, I was glad to take that as my New Year's song back then. And I don't remember all the songs I've had over the years. I know it's just been kind of, like I said, it's just whatever was playing on the radio for a while, and then, or at the end credits of a movie, which is really kind of unexpected. You never know what they're going, because sometimes the music at the end of a movie really doesn't even seem to go with the movie that you're watching. And so, yeah, it's not all entirely random, and it's not meant to be superstitious. It's just meant as fun. But I think that when you actually pull up a Bible passage put to music, that is God. that no superstition, no nothing. It's God. It's God giving you that as a promise, as a sign that He is there and He is there with you. Yeah. I don't want, I have a lot of fun with seeing things around the world, seeing signs, but I don't want to ever be superstitious. There's a line that I cannot cross there. But like my obsession with dragonflies, but I look at it as one of these beautiful, beautiful images that God is the creator, and now that I'm seeing them everywhere, I know that that's a gift from God. Yeah. And I saw one on my way to out of town the other day. It was, well, the other day, it was like at the very start of December, I saw a dragonfly, which seems very unusual, but the weather's been odd. We've had some cold days, but not entirely. I would be really surprised if I saw one now because we've had enough freezing nights with the dog water frozen. But we've had some of those, but it really has been kind of balmy, and it was balmy yesterday. So if the dragonflies want to live, that's fine too. I've actually been seeing dragonflies everywhere, like in artwork. It's crazy. It just, when your eyes are attuned to seeing something, you'll see it everywhere. So I see them in artwork, in like the corner edge of a painting, just really interesting places. I saw one in a bar of soap the other day. Like, well, not a real one, but it was an image of a dragonfly in a bar of soap. I thought that was intriguing. Anyway, I don't want to be suspicious. No, I don't want to be suspicious. But I don't want to be superstitious either. I don't have anything else to add. I do think you should go read Psalm 91 because you might like it as well. It may not be your verse, Psalms are always good. You should always read the Psalms. Psalm 19 is very special to me. If you reverse those numbers, that's a very special one to me. I really love that one. In fact, that was the very first responsorial psalm I ever did was from Psalm 19. And there's a beautiful praise song based off of Psalm 19. And so you should go listen to that. Anyway, that's it. Delivering the Goods and the Bads will be out when it's done. And I will make more updates, and I will try to give more updates regarding my interview that's going to be coming up at the end of January. And I hope you have a great rest of your Sunday.